Can we talk? We need to talk. Can we talk for a minute? It's your girl Joshika of Joshika Beauty, a luxury natural hair and skincare brand that celebrates Black natural hair and self-care. Today I just want to talk about my brand new book that's out. If you haven't heard, my brand new book is called The Strength of Your Strands, The Journey to Loving Your Natural Hair. And it's a book about my story and why I went natural and why it's time for every Black woman in the world to go natural and embrace their natural beauty. Yeah, so the reason why I go so hard on natural hair, I give natural hair so much love, is because when I decided to go natural, it literally changed my life. My husband would tell you that I was a whole different woman when I decided to go natural. And it was because I just gained so much confidence and I was just so comfortable with myself and with my self-image. I mean, I started to live my life, you know, just being free. And it was this freeing feeling, like this liberating feeling that I felt, you know, once I stopped hiding behind hair wigs and weaves and restricting myself and manipulating my hair to the point where, you know, I was a whole nother person with a different hairstyle. It was that little change, a small change in my hairstyle that literally changed my whole life. I mean, and it has inspired me to do a lot of things. Like, you know, it inspired me to start my natural hair care brand. It inspired me to write a book. It just inspired me to just, you know, share with other women about life, you know, living a healthy lifestyle and taking care of yourself and taking care of your hair. It inspired me in so many ways, you know, just to learn to live out your life as your best self. That's what the message that it really comes down to is, you know, being unafraid to go against the grain and go outside the box, because, you know, society is telling us that we should wear our hair one way because we're so influenced by the media, by television and film and commercials, which I talk about in my book. We're influenced by those things. That's why a lot of us make the same hair choices, because, you know, of what we see on television or what we see in magazines and TV. And so, you know, that's, you know, one of the reasons why women wear their hair straight and hair wigs and weaves. And then another reason might be, you know, that's all they know growing up. You know, that's just what they're used to. And then another reason would be, you know, they're just going along with the trends. You know, it's trendy to wear your hair a certain way and to style, you know, have a certain style. That's just the way it is, right? But going natural means stepping outside of the box and going against the grain and saying that I'm not going to conform to what society says I should look like. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to love on myself and my natural hair. And that's hard for a lot of women to do. I realize that it's hard for a lot of women to make that transition to natural because our hair has so many negative stigmas placed on it. I mean, and basically what that means is our hair is associated with everything bad. It's associated with being ugly, looking like a slave, just bad hair, just nappy. What are some other things that people use to describe our hair? Unprofessional, unattractive, unbecoming, just you know. But the thing about it is anything other than that is just unnatural. It's something that's, you know, not what we were born with, and it's not natural to us. Wearing wigs and weaves is the thing that should be, you know, a bad thing, you know, because we're changing ourselves and manipulating ourselves for the sole purpose of being accepted by society. Anyway, but it's going to be hard for a lot of women to transition because of those things. You're trying to, you know, not be placed in that box where everything is negative when it comes to your hair. Nobody wants to be associated with anything that's bad or that's ugly. Nobody wants to be considered ugly or considered low class or, you know, poor or unkept. Nobody wants to be associated with that. So a lot of women are not going to go natural because they don't want that whole negative stigma placed on them. I mean, and also there's so much discrimination going on about our hair, and you know, in the workplace and in schools, so many restrictions where we can't wear certain styles, and we just, you know, can't wear braids or cornrows or dreadlocks in certain places. Anyway, it's just so much pushback all around when it comes to going natural. But the thing about it is, you have to really be courageous and strong enough to say that, no, I'm not going to listen to what society says. I'm not going to listen to what people say, the negative stigmas. I'm going to be myself and love myself because I'm beautiful. What I have to offer this world is enough. You have to really say those things to yourself and actually say positive affirmations about yourself, like, I am beautiful. You know, you can start with that. You know, my hair is beautiful. My hair is just really tightly curled. And honestly, the thing about our hair is, once you apply the right product to your hair, our curls will really pop and it really shines through. So don't, you know, don't be discouraged by the texture or the dryness of our hair. You know, sometimes it can get very dry, but that's another thing. Like, you know, just finding the right product and, you know, maybe the right style, you know, twist out style or twists or something, or braids. Honey, that's half the battle. But the real battle, the real challenge, and the real struggle starts from within. It starts with the change of your mindset. You have to change the way you think about your hair and what you keep saying to yourself and what you continue to believe about your hair before you actually change your hairstyle. And I talk about that in my book, about how it's a mental thing. It's deeper than just hair. It's about changing how you see yourself and how you walk around in this world. You know, do you walk confidently with your shoulders back, you know, your head up, and, you know, nice and proud of who you are? Or do you walk, you know, with your, you know, kind of like looking around, kind of trying to look for approval because, you know, now all of a sudden you decided to go natural? Like, confidence is key, and that's where the real when your real beauty shines through. When you have that confidence, when you're confident in yourself, with that swag, when you got that swag. You got to have that swag when it comes to going natural. And you know, I believe that all Black women possess that. We all have that because we were all born with our natural hair. We were born to wear our hair this way, and we were born with that natural swag, that, you know, that swagger, that attitude, that confidence that comes with wearing our natural hair. So I talk about that in my book as well. And I know that a lot of women are going to be upset with me about this book, because I speak the truth in this book and I don't really cut any cards. I mean, this book is really juicy. It is not your average natural hair book, and I go all in. You know, I'm calling names, I'm calling people out. Well, it's not that bad, but I mean, it's like, some women might throw this book across the room because they're so upset, or some women might start breaking down, start crying. I don't know, you know, because it's like, it's that deep. But some women are gonna love it and some women are gonna hate it, because I know I got a lot of pushback before when I spoke the truth about why all women should just go natural. I put out a video on YouTube, matter of fact, and I was saying, you know, it's time for all of us to go natural, wear our natural hair, love who you are. Because for me, it took me 30 years to discover that I was beautiful with my natural hair, and that's something that we shouldn't, you know, have to rediscover after 30 years. And I made a point that, you know, the reason why I believe we should all go natural as women is because we want to represent. We want to represent for each other, and we want to represent for the next generation of young girls, because they're watching us. They want to be like us. And you know, you can't represent as a proud black woman when you're wearing a hair weave and a wig. You know, you're saying to the next generation, the younger generation, that they're not good enough, that they have to change in order to be accepted into society. And you know, I made my points or whatever, and women just went off on me on YouTube, and I had to come back with another YouTube video to, you know, with my retort, basically saying those things about how the next generation is looking at us, and our hair choices are very important. So I speak the truth in this book, and for some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, for the same reasons that I, you know, mentioned before, about how I go all in about how women should just go natural, and I go all in on hair weaves too. Okay. If you like to wear hair weaves and wigs, you get ready, honey, because I'm going to go all in on that wig you're wearing right now. All right. Okay, just letting you know, just warning you right now. And so some women are not ready for it. Okay, some women are not ready. They don't, you know, they don't want nobody to tell them what to do or how to live their life. Everybody's like, oh, don't tell me how to live my life. I'm tired of these people coming around trying to police our hair, telling us what to do. And you know, black women don't need no more people telling us what to do and this and that or whatever. And you know, they just want to go on doing their la-di-da thing, wearing their natural hair, or wearing their wigs and weaves, and not wearing their natural hair. When, you know, it's actually the other way around with me. Like, I'm not trying to put restrictions on anybody or saying that, you know, you need to do this and do that and be this person or be that person. I'm just saying be yourself. It's the total opposite. I'm saying be who you are. Be who you were created in this world to be. You know, you don't have to change. You don't have to try so hard, because what you have to offer this world is enough. That is what I'm saying. That is my message. So some women are not going to see it that way, because they feel like, well, you know, they believe that wearing straight hair or wigs and weaves is who they are. You know, they've been so attached to wearing their hair a certain way or a certain style for so long that, you know, they wouldn't recognize themselves with natural hair. And honestly, I believe that a lot of black women do not like their hair. They don't like their hair. Okay, because the ones who, you know, are saying the negative things about their hair, most of them are black women. We say these negative things about our hair to each other and to ourselves, you know. So some women are really just not in love with their hair, and they probably just never want to see it again. They wish they just never had it, and that's why they straighten it or perm it, because they don't want nothing to do with them kinks and curls. Nothing. And that's another sad truth. But you know what? We gotta do better, okay? Because once you know better, you do better, like Maya Angelou said. You know, you do your best, you do what you can do, but once you know better, you do better. And it's time that we do better, okay? Because in order for you to live out your life as your best self and live out your full potential, you need to start learning how to accept yourself for who you are, and start that healing and the growth to the next phase of your life. It's hard to live out your life as your best self when you're constantly hiding, when you're constantly changing, and you're telling yourself that you're not good enough because, you know, you keep wearing these wigs and weaves, trying to be like a European standard of beauty, like you're trying to be like a white girl, a white woman. So that's, you know, that's the gist of my book. That's what my book is all about. And it's about starting that journey to self-love, self-growth, self-healing, and really taking the time to do the work, really stepping out and taking up space and owning it. So the book is deep, like I said, and you know, I speak my truth and I share my story, and my stories are pretty interesting. But you know, I realized that my story is very similar to a lot of other women's stories. I mean, we kind of all have the same story in a sense, because most of us grew up And if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, we grew up, you know, after that whole black power, you know, black is beautiful and the proud black woman phase. And we grew up with the Jerry curls and the S curls and the and the perms, you know. So we missed that whole movement. And so what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm over here thinking about Jerry curls and S curls. Anyway, my thing is, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it. Oh well, anyway, it's all in the book. So yeah, I think I was talking about sharing my story about, you know, how I grew up and the things that, you know, I went through, and how a lot of women go through how they went through the same thing. We all kind of experienced the same thing growing up in that certain era where we were influenced by the media and how we were supposed to look and dress and act. And even today it's like that. But if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, like I did, it was just, you know, a different time from the 1960s and 70s where it was, you know, I'm black and I'm proud movement. So yeah. So, you know, it's like we're rediscovering ourselves and we're coming into our own, and we're starting to embrace those things that make us uniquely different. And so, you know, we're all kind of on this journey to rediscovering ourselves. And, you know, life is always ever changing in life. That's why some people refer to it as a journey. And we're all at different places in our lives. But you don't want to get stuck, especially when you know the truth and you know that you should be doing better in your life and that a lot more is required of you. So, you know, with this book, my goal is to, you know, inspire and give someone courage and uplift, you know, the black woman to be their best selves. So if you want to find out more about the book, you can go to thestrengthofyourstrands.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at The Strength of Your Strands. And the book is available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Google Books, and it's also available on my website at JOSHICABEAUTY.com. So make sure you grab a copy of the book. The book is The Strength of Your Strands, The Journey to Loving Your Natural Hair, and start your journey today. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And I know that I talked longer than I normally do with my videos. This was a long video, but if you like the longer videos, make sure you let me know if you want more longer videos, if you want some more discussions about hair and self-care and life and business or whatever it might be. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and I will definitely post more the longer videos. Comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. And also, did you get a copy of the book? Did you get your copy? Let me know what you thought about the book. Let's talk about it. All right, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.